on, everybody? Hope you all had a great weekend. BobbyFi here, going to talk through my 5 plays in 5 minutes. And, we've got a lot of question marks tonight, so a lot of this is subject to change as usual. But a couple things we want to focus on with the Clipper situation with no Morris and no Jackson. I think we have to try to take some of that chalk. Although I do think there's going to be other value that opens up later. We just don't know what it's going to be yet because there's a lot of Q tags on the board. All right, so starting with DraftKings, Shea's the guy I like to spend up for the most at the moment. I don't mind you can see further down, I have Rozier, Ball, and Bridges as the run backs. I think Rozier is my favorite, but I really don't mind any of those three. But I think SGA Rozier seems to make like a nice little core to play with the Clipper value. I'm going to have a little bit of ownership on it, but I really like all of those plays quite a bit. Of the Clippers guys, I have it ranked Coffee, Kennard, then Boston at the moment. Again, we'll see how the starting lineup shakes out, but that's how I would rank it. And I think you probably want at least 2 Clippers. And I think you could argue for 3, and we'll see if Markkanen's in for Cleveland and all that. And maybe you could even argue to throw a run back in if you're going to play 3 of these guys. Really like Man and Batum today. Obviously, for the same reasons I like the other guys. I think you can play them together. I think you can play them separately. But I really do think they're going to have to carry a lot of the load with Reggie Jackson out. So let's get into some of the other ones. The Toronto guys, I just think the matchup against the Lakers is just too good. So I want to get some Trent, I want to get some Siakam, and I want to get some Barnes. If there's no Van Vliet, and we don't know about Van Vliet yet, but if Van Vliet plays, he belongs on this list as well. I just am going with, if he doesn't play, these guys are all awesome plays. If he does play, they're still good plays. So that's where I'm at the moment. On FanDuel, we have Amir Coffee, Luke Kennard, again, Man and Batum, again, same reason, same thing with Trent, Siakam, Van Vliet, or that could also become Scotty Barnes if that's the way you end up, if we get no Van Vliet. And then I love the Conley-Mitchell matchup, and I think you run it back. You could run it Embiid with one of those guys as a run back. I think the 3-point shooting opportunity, especially with Bogdanovich now questionable, opens things up even more for these guys. So I really like both of those guys on FanDuel especially, but I think they're good plays on DraftKings as well. Same thing with Giannis and Embiid. I give Embiid the edge over Jokic in this particular matchup. I think Embiid will take it personally, and I think that it's a really good tournament play at low ownership on DraftKings. He'll have more ownership on FanDuel because he's 10-7 over there, but I think he's a strong play either way. I'm going to be live with you guys at 5 Eastern today instead of the usual 5:45 because I have an event I can't get out of and I have to drive 2 hours to it. So it's sort of a long story, but it's going to be hard for me to do it any other way. So 5 Eastern today, that's what it'll be. And yeah, I hope you guys crush it. I hope I crush it as well. And let's start this week off right. Good luck, everybody.